everybody, GamerPenny here, bringing you another episode of our Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, and we are in the Singularity Reactor. So this is where we left off. I signed up for a group. I'm kind of excited for this because I don't remember this fight, but not only did the person in our group say this was one of their favorites, a couple of the comments even said this fight was so cool and it's one of their favorites. I don't remember it.
Brothers, the time has come to call upon the true power of the Heavensward.
Ruh-roh.
Fight me if you will, warrior of light. I care not. All who stand against me will be destroyed, be they servants of the darkness or the light. By my blessing shall all men be sanctified, and an endless era of peace begin. Vice and conflict shall cease to be. You reject my divinity, yet what have you to offer my people in its stead? Bitter truth? Virtuous suffering? No matter. If you believe your cause just, I call upon you to defend it with your life.
Okay. Look at us standing down there. Oh, good music. Hello, let's say hello to our party. I know they're fighting, but I still want to say hello. Alright, we can close the map. I was doing some beast quests. Out for the Vath. Yeah, the Vath, I think? Yeah. Man, I do not remember this challenge at all. I had to have done it like multiple times, but... Uh-oh. What's happening here? Out. What do we do? What do I do? Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't. Okay. I gotta get ley lines going. Oh, do we look away for that? Is that the thing we look away? Okay. Look, I'm learning, okay? Alright, let's get that on. Doing a knock-in and 4. Ow. Okay, switch back over. Oh, look away, look away. Okay. I know what that eye means. Oh. Should we stack? What do we do? Should we stack and maybe do a mana ward? I don't know. Uh-oh. Should I run away from the person with the chains? Yeah. I mean, this is a really cool paralysis. I didn't put those things on my bars. Ow. Can I hit someone? I've got a fire 3 up. Can I hit someone? Let me hit it. Boop. Okay, we did it. These are the guys that I was happy to have them die, simply because they're the one of them is right, the one who killed Horshaphon. Oh no, it's on me. Ow. Okay. let's get out of that movement. Uh-oh. We gotta kill these, I think. Ow. Oh no. Don't do that. Stop that. Ah, this one is just absolutely chaotic. I love it. I love it though. This one's fun. What do I do? We stand here? Uh-oh. Do we try to run back into the square? Look at it. He's in like outer space. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Oh god. Sick. Okay. Alright, he's almost dead though. You survived my reckoning? How? With ease, buddy. Let's get the ley lines. Oh, I wanted to do my rotation. Oh, that one was cool. I like that one. That was fun. Oh, they're just gone. They don't even go back to their normal form. Oh, he did.
How can this be? A millennium of prayer and the eye's power combined, and still you stand.
I'm unstoppable.
Who? What are you?
His face. Huh. Be the warrior of light. Actually, this ties. So, I just finished up Shadowbringers the other day. I won't give any spoilers, but it definitely ties into, you know, some of the stuff that was going on in Shadowbringers. Oh, let's give it to the other black mage. They're all hinting towards stuff. Man, it's pretty cool. I like seeing the lore from Heavensward bleed into the lore from, you know, Shadowbringers. I almost said Shadowblood. Shadowbringers. That's cool. Hey, Estinian.
It is over then. I had hoped that mine would be the hand to end it. But knowing you, there was little chance of that. Twould seem the eye has served you well.
The other one's there.
Its twin. At long last. All that remains is to take them beyond the reach of man and dragon both. With this task accomplished, my toil shall finally be at an end.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Thou hast done well to resist mine influence, bathed in my power and blood as thou wert. Alas, in thine anticipation of comfort, thou hast lowered thy guard. The keening of my fallen kindred, their smoldering desire for vengeance. Mine eyes have partaken of 1,000 years of pain, a pain which I shall bestow upon thee. Drink deep of my rage, mortal, and become me. No, Estinian! Oh god. Oh no. Okay. Well, Nidhogg is back and consumed Destinian. Hey, Midgarsormir.
Nidhogg, my child, what hath thy fury made of thee? Let us away, servant of Hydaelyn.
Well, we're gonna have that to deal with. Poor Estinian. Chief!
Chief!
Oh, I didn't know it was voiced.
Oi! Haha! Gods damn it, do you always have to cut it so bloody close?
Are they not worried about Estinian?
It would seem she has done it again.
Was there ever any doubt? Let us return to Ishgard. Our friends will be eager to learn the battle's outcome, and welcome back their champion.
It's not a victory, you know? Our friend got overwhelmed. Like, did we just forget that? Maybe they don't realize.
Where is Estinian?
There we go. Victory music is playing. I always want to sing it whenever it's going. Hey, Amaric. Our boyfriend. I just see us riding in on a dragon. Like... And not just any dragon, Midgarsormir. Yeah, stop pointing those at us.
I dare say you are the first soul in Ishgardian history to arrive in our city upon Dragonback. This scene shall be remembered for 1,000 years.
Oh my gosh, that's probably like real shocking. At least we look cute doing it.
As we had feared, the Archbishop summoned the soul of King Thordan into himself, and thence became a primal.
Oh, yeah, that's Amaric's dad, like...
But he and his knights are no more, thanks to the Warrior of Light.
Sorry, Amaric.
Your struggles are not yet over, mortals.
Uh-oh.
Whom do I have the pleasure?
I am Midgard Sommer. I have journeyed with Hydaelyn's champion and observed her deeds in the conflict between man and dragon. Tell me, children of Thordan, do you desire peace?
Yes.
My people have committed unspeakable atrocities against dragonkind, even against our own. Would that we could undo these wrongs. But we cannot. Be that as it may, the future yet presents a chance to begin anew. Our nation has broken free of the shackles of a false faith, and Nidhogg shall lead his kindred against us no more. I doubt not that it will require much effort and perseverance. But 'tis my belief that in time, Ishgard will again become a place where man and dragon may abide together in harmony.
I shall remember thy words. Yet be warned, Nidhogg's soul liveth on. His unbridled rage hath claimed for its vessel the one thou callest the Azure Dragoon.
Astinian.
Doubt not but that Nidhogg will call out to his brood ere long, nor that they shall answer him. Steel yourselves, for the true test is yet to come.
Come what may, we will never cease to believe. Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
1,000-year war cannot be ended in a day. It may take generations. What thou dost begin, thy children must continue. Entrust unto them thy hopes and dreams, that peace may reign again, and forevermore.
Bye! You're still our mount, though, so... I mean, you'll be around. Oh! We reached the end of Heavensward! So we're not done with the expansion, but that's the end of the, like, original expansion. We've still got quite a few quests to do to finish off Heavensward, but that's the end of the main story. Obviously, Istinian's still out there. We've got a couple of updates to do after Heavensward, but it shouldn't take us too long. And we've still got missing scions.
Let all here present attest that Sir Emeric, acting on behalf of the Archbishop, has appended his signature. I do hereby declare that from this day forth, the Holy See of Ishgard shall once more be counted a member of the Eorzean Alliance. Let our nations move forward as one and stand united against the Garlean Empire.
For the future of Eorzea.
For the future of Eorzea!
Yay! Oh, I forgot about this.
There you are. A noble monument to a noble soul.
Aw.
From here, Lord Orshafon can watch over all of Ishgard.
It has been a long and arduous journey, and we have lost much and more along the way. Yet come what may, we must stay true to our purpose and press on.
That's right, you two. It's high time we got back to rebuilding the Scions. Which means we're going to need money! And lots of it!
All right. But it's not over yet. We still got more to do. So that does seem like the end. But like I said, that's the end of the main expansion. They released several patches, just like they do every expansion. There's patches that introduce new story and content. So we've got quite a bit more to go through.
So ends a glorious chapter in their tale. However, tumultuous days yet lie ahead for Ishgard. After 1,000 years under the yoke of the Church, the people take their first tentative steps into the unknown. And though they spy a glimmer of peace upon the horizon, Nidhogg's vengeful shadow yet remains to darken the way. Be that as it may, so long as the young commander of the Temple Knights and his heroic companions are there to guide them, the people may hold fast to hope. The hope that one day true peace will return to Ishgard, and that man and dragon may live in harmony once more. Let the deeds writ herein never be forgot, that they may inspire generations yet unborn to strive ever heavensward.
Name drop. We done? Uh-oh. The box in the middle of the screen. Is it just cutscenes now? Oh, it's just credits. So normally I would like to let these play out, but we're gonna go ahead and skip the credits. Uh-oh.
So Lahabrea and Igaeorm have fallen. Bested by mortals in their attempt to initiate the Eighth rejoining. That they should be so complacent. And now it falls to me to deal with the consequences. Without intervention, the balance between light and darkness will begin to shift, placing our mission in jeopardy. Hydaelyn's champion has grown too strong. Her might encroaches upon the realm of gods. Equilibrium must needs be restored. The time has come for you and yours to join the fray. Warrior of Darkness.
Oh, gosh. Are they in the moon? I love this game so much. Like, I love the story so much. Uh-oh. Things are happening.
Remind me, why is there no rest for the righteous?
Because they care, Master Garland.
Good answer. Good answer. I don't know about you guys, but if I heard that sound and I wasn't sure what it was, I would be freaking the heck out. Hello? Big boys in there.
Of all the things they could have picked to play with, that's not a toy, you bloody fools, it's a primal!
Really? I guess I never put two and two together that that was a primal. My god, could you imagine that thing like actually standing up and walking around? That's terrifying. I mean, I guess I did know that was a primal, considering the name. Spires of deception crumble to dust, to lay bare truths long concealed. Beyond simmering shadow lieth shimmering light. That's hard to say that 10 times fast. Alrighty, Elfino. After long years of estrangement, Ishgard rejoins her sister nations in the Alliance. Words cannot well express my joy. None of this would have been possible without you, my friend. Change is coming to Eorzea, though it will inevitably bring with it a measure of upheaval, with hard work, peace, and prosperity are sure to follow. And yet, even as we look forward to the coming of a new age, we must needs be wary of old threats. The lords of Garlemald have not relinquished their claim upon Eorzea, and we shall be forced to contend with them again ere long. And then there is the matter of our comrade Estinian, claimed body and soul by Midhogg. If there is a way to rescue him, we must find it. Suffice it to say, the path ahead holds no shortage of challenges, wow, but together we shall overcome them. Yay! Looking up. Okay, I'm gonna hide these real quick, because like I said, I was working on some beast quests just to pass the time, because it was a little bit of a wait for that primal fight. But let's go ahead and continue the quest here. So we're still in Heavensward. So fortuitous timing as always, Vesper. Tataru was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you would be so kind, then. Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Ryle and his men have been making excellent progress. Remember how Philomene helped me to rescue the Crystal Braves in Limsa Lominsa, only to then disappear? Well, according to Ryle, she crept aboard a ship bound for Rod's Ed Han, where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we're reunited. As for Ida and Papalymo, the remains of their link pearls have been found, and in Pearl Lane, of all places. Ryle thinks they must have disposed of them after escaping from the Royal Promenade. Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. We're all but certain they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see. And what of Thancred and Minfilia? I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is, we've enlisted the services of a Charlian scholar, one of the students of Baldessian, to aid in the search, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet this scholar, if time permits. But first we must attend to a more pressing matter. Sir Aymeric has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, Vesper, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And mayhap we can meet with the scholar afterwards. Agreed? Yeah, absolutely. But can we talk about that big robot that just climbed out of the water? In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Knight for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. She's just set up a home base in the Forgotten Knight. I love her. Tataru, I didn't like her at first, but Tataru definitely grew on me over the expansion, so. Alright, couple things. Gods of Eld, is this what I'm looking for? And Sky Pirates, that's also what I'm looking for. Gods of Eld. Ah, my Lady Vesper, during your absence a stranger came calling. Upon learning that you were away, he left a message to the effect that he wishes to speak with you, and will await you at the Rising Stones. If you have a mind to oblige this stranger, please be careful. I cannot well explain why, but it put me ill at ease to simply be near him. What? Who is that? I think that might be for Gods of Eld, Gods of Eld, Gods of Eld. Stranger that is ill at ease. We fell off there. Okay, I'm looking to get to Sky Pirates. And I want to do these. I want to unlock the raids. And we might go back, actually, and unlock the Realm Reborn raids. Okay, Unquiet Trader. Ah, you have the look of a lass who's seen her fair share of trouble. Mayhap you'd be willing to help me with mine. I need a capable sword to head into the Sea of Clouds and track down my missing airship. I had to mortgage my soul to get that vessel built, so winning the contract to ferry supplies out to Cloudtop was a real weight off my mind. But it seems my luck ended there. My ship was due back in Ishgard bells ago, and I've been praying for a glimpse of her sails ever since. I can't help fearing the worst. What if she's run afoul of Sky Pirates? My creditors will have their pawns of flesh. You think me foolish to fear piracy so far above the waves? Well, let me tell you that no honest merchant is safe now that airship production has, if you will excuse the pun, taken off. Any scoundrel with a sack of coin and a vague sense of direction can terrorize the skies. Oh yes, this new breed of buccaneers like to paint themselves as dashing explorers, braving the unknown. But the truth of their nature is right there in the name, Sky Pirates. Given half a chance, they'll strip your ship of every last scrap of cargo and cry yah-ha-ha as they launch you screaming over the rails. I've heard the stories. Please, you must make haste to Camp Cloudtop. That's where the shipment was bound, and inquire as to the fate of my poor ship. Oh, and my poor helmsman. Ask Rontremont. He'll know if any man does. Okay. So we've got all those. Let's look at Foundation here. I don't see any quests. But let's head in there to the Forgotten Knight. See what Aymeric wants. Then we might stop by Idleshire because I just want to check something before we go to... Yeah, no plus sign quest here. Before we head to Rising Stones as well. I can't remember what this Gods of Eld one does, so I want to check that out. I think I might, hopefully it's not the minstrel stuff, but if it is, or at least we'll unlock it, so. Alright, let's see what Amber. The Lord Commander is within. Pray proceed, miss.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
Sorry, I opened a soda there. That's probably loud.
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited.
Sorry, Emmerich.
Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
I mean, yeah.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Shrine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Huh.
Annex Shrine? You would speak with Vidofnir, then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor? Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
Cool.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph.
I feel like we should have hunted him now while he's gaining strength instead of wait.
As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
Okay. Lucia, what do you got for us? Midgard Swimmer, can you... I know little of the lands these dragons call home, than Annex Trine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself once shuddered at the thought of it. Yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? But ere we set forth, Vesper and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to Tataru, Vesper. Alright. We can do that. Where's Tataru? In here. Whee! So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. A diplomatic mission to annex Trine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Y'shtola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meetings with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but the scholar just happens to be... Time permitting, as I said, we shall endeavor to join Y'shtola, but if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Vesper. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. Elfino, that's, that was rude. Alright, let's go talk to Lucia. And then I would like to get to Idleshire because I want to see if there is a quest to get in that big robot that came up there. You are ready then? Good, so am I. Spell, speed, vitality. Yeah. Okay. The path is long, but known to us. From Falcon's Nest, we shall cross the Western Highlands and make for Tailfeather in the Dravanian Forelands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. Elfino, you're being a little, hoity, I guess. Alright, let's go to the Rising Stones first. Because I want to see what this quest is. Gods of Eld. And then I also want to check out something. Let's see if Alec, that's not the, I think it's the Minstrel, man. Oh, look at all of them that we could do. What are all these? Wrath of Karn. This unlocks hard mode stuff. Okay. Go in here. Going on straight to the solar. Here? So this strange person called on us? I forget who it was. My thanks for coming. Kalhai is my name, and I serve a friend. I sought you out that I might alert you to the rising threat of the beings known as icons. You are aware of the threat, you say? But I speak not of the primals with which you are exceedingly well acquainted. It may interest you to know that the term icon and the beings to which it refers precede the Garlean Empire by eras. You see, it is the name of which the Allagans called godlike beings, the dark divinity Odin among them, and the Garleans who seek to emulate the glory of ancient Allag have simply availed themselves of it. Pray permit me to continue the tale. Who is this? Urianger, hey. Ah, Urianger, how kind of you to join us. As the Warrior of Light's comrade, my participation is but to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain to the very fate of this star. The Icons of Eld, in the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Allagan Empire. However, they eventually fell to the men of Allag, who devised the means by which to capture them. And it did not end with capture, as you well know, for the Allagans also learned how to harness the Icons' powers. They refined this knowledge at the Aether Chemical Research Facility on Azizla, and within the centrifugal crystal engine, they sealed 3 of the beings, the Warring Triad. 'Twas first and foremost to acquire the infinite power of the Warring Triad that the Archbishop did seek Azizla. But in the wake of his defeat, the bindings which confined the Icons were severely damaged. Doubt not, but that they will fail completely ere long. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down the Archbishop. You were simply fulfilling your destiny, and yet, were the Warring Triad to be released to the world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Take heart, for there is hope still. Through swift action, we may yet prevent their awakening and see them resealed. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be to contend with the old. 2 savage gods are returned, I fear, summoned once more by their worshippers, and at a strength far surpassing their previous incarnations. I speak of the rivals Ravana and Bismarck. If left unchecked, they will inevitably seek to seize the power of the Warring Triad. This will serve to feed the confluence of chaos and hasten the Icons' awakening. To wit, we must needs vanquish both their kinds. I pray thee, however, to first focus thy gaze upon the primals, ere we turn our attention to those Icons and their fitful slumber. I shall return to the Waking Sands forthwith, and consider such measures as are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend to the task of eliminating the primals. Yun Unakalhai shall assist thee. Rest assured he is not our enemy, for the time being, at least. Okay, I don't care about this. As Vesper, I don't really want to take on hard mode and extreme primals right now as Vesper. If we do, we'll take them on off camera. For like just the same with these out here. I don't really want to do those, but I know we are over time. There is one thing I want to check before we take on these. So one of the quests I know we have is to unlock a Alliance raid, which is a large person raid. And the other quest is the main quest. There was, I guess not. Where do we unlock, it's definitely Pirates, Wrath of Karn, Ultimate Ballad, Blood for Stone, Legacy of Allag. What's that one? Is that, must abandon the current quest, open the corresponding entry in the journal, select abandon. You know what? Forget you. I didn't want to do that anyway. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. I was looking for. Why can't I zoom in? There we go. I was looking for. I don't know what's up with the zoom. Well, I can't seem to zoom in here. I was looking for Crystal Tower stuff, so I'll look that up and see if we need to do that. But I want to get those quests done, so we can maybe go into Crystal Tower and just play around in there a little bit. I know it's still hard, even leveled up, but we'll see. But guys, I want to thank you so much for all of your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.